you have to face some patients who doesn't appreciate your efforts, trying to help them. Sometimes some patient doesn't understand why you are doing it.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very fine.
What's your name?
Adebola Olawunipokun.
Adeba. Nice to meet you. So please tell me about yourself. What do you do?
I'm a student, also I'm a nurse.
Okay.
So I work for my matron as an auxiliary nurse.
Okay, so are you still studying
Yes,
as well as practicing?
Yes.
Okay. And so what's your plan after you finished your studies?
After training as an auxiliary nurse, I plan to go for school of nursing. Immediately I'm through with the training.
How many years does it take to become a nurse?
Being an auxiliary nurse, it takes 3 years
Okay.
to be an auxiliary nurse, which after that we go for our IT training for 3 months.
Tell me, so what influences did you have to become a nurse?
I love to see the reaction on people's face when they are sick. It actually hurts me when somebody says, I have headache. And the way they feel is not so good. So one of a sudden I felt like, what if I'm in the position to render a service for these people? So I thought about being a nurse. So I started it, and so far so good. I've started training. I've always seen the expression on patients' face when they come back, how they feel, and they tell you, Auntie Nurse, I'm very much okay. Thank you for what you've done. So I feel very happy.
What are the challenges that you need to go through as a nurse?
Being a nurse is not an easy job because you have to wake up. Sometimes when you're morning shifts, you have to quit some things you have to do. You're sleeping and rush down to work. And sometimes when you come late to work, you have to answer questions to our boss, the reasons why you come late. Sometimes you might have good reason why you come late, but because you are supposed to be at work that very moment, she might get angry. And also when you have to face some patients who doesn't appreciate your efforts, trying to help them. Sometimes some patient doesn't understand why you are doing it, but they feel you are hurting them doing it. So these are also part of the challenges. And also another challenge is that I think I do have is sometimes with my colleagues when they try to understand what you think you were doing. And all these are challenges that makes you feel I shouldn't have been in this profession.
Could you tell me a specific experience, a very memorable experience during your career so far?
All right, I have this experience of a little baby I was trying to resuscitate, and unfortunately for me, I mistakenly dropped pieces of cotton wool into her mouth. So I was so scared and I felt like, God, what have I done? But immediately I tried to calm myself down, and immediately I find solution to it, and the baby was perfectly fine. So ever since then, I keep very close to my God and keep praying that in any challenges I'm going to face, I have to put trust in what my matron has taught me and continue with what I've also learned so far.
Please tell me about the area where we are at the moment and what are the challenges that people need to go through.
For example, the general hospital is very far from me also. Let's say we have a general hospital. Sometimes when we have cases, we have to refer there. It takes us time because of the road. The road is very bad. Before you try to help the patient to the general hospital is very far. So at least if the World Health Organization can help us, or the government can help us create a closer by general hospital in this community, then it will be very okay for us.
And at the moment, is any help available at all?
I'm not so sure if there is. I'm not so sure.
What help would you expect the government to give?
More, I would love if the government could please improve the facility sometimes. And considering the current situation of the country, it's not really helping, because most of the time patients do complain about the heat, which we have to run and get fuel to the train for them to be comfortable with the condition of the weather. If the facility is more okay, like water, lights, good roads, then it will improve our work as a nurse too. And the facilities, which is the instruments that we use for patients, then if those can be supplied to us too, then it will be better. When it comes to electricity, here is very bad. So if they could please improve the standard of electricity, in the sense that maybe supply us transformer, or supply us with maybe petrols or something that could easily help us to get in touch with patients, because most of this time we need light when it comes to handling our patients. Immediately the babies were born, then after some hours you keep on monitoring their vital signs, both the mother and the baby. Then after the vital signs, you keep on checking the baby's cord, cleaning it, and also you try to clean the mother's breast for the baby to suck after 24 hours, if provided there is no antigen injections that are need to be given to the mother, maybe because of the blood group or anything. And you also make sure there are no much people touching the baby, because the baby is not immunized yet. So at least we do keep our patient 2-3 days after delivery before we let them out of the clinic.